So good morning everyone. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss about various factors that influence the architectural acoustics and their remedies. So how we are going to control that parameters in order to have better sound effects inside concert rooms, lecture halls and auditoriums. So these are factors that influence architectural acoustics. So if we can control these parameters, so we can deliver better sound quality to the listeners. So who are listening to the particular kind of events. So like in case of conference hall, so what the person is trying to lecture, so can be audible to the listeners very effectively. So they can hear with comfortability if any kind of music concert is going on. So what the singers and music orchestra are trying to listeners is effectively communicated. Similarly, whenever we visit theaters, so what is inside the movie, so can be heard very clearly whenever we can take care of all these parameters. So the following factors that affect the architectural acoustics are reverberation, loudness, and interference effect, echoes, echelon effect, resonance, and noise. So these are various parameters that affect the performance of quality of sound. First is reverberation. So reverberation we have discussed earlier. So it is nothing but the persistence or prolongation of sound in a hall even after the source has stopped emitting the sound. So though the person who is lecturing or something which is playing so has been stopped, so there is some amount of sound which exists inside the hall, so that is nothing but the reverberation. And coming to the reverberation time, so this is the time taken by the sound to fall below the minimum audibility level. So whenever the sound intensity is reduces to the minimum value, so then the time taken fall to that minimum level is nothing but the reverberation time. So here it is necessary to control or to keep this reverberation time within the limit. So that is nothing but the preferred value of reverberation time is necessary, which is known as optimum value. So if you want to hear the concert, if you want to hear the lecture, in order to feel comfortable and in order to have better sound clarity, so it is necessary to maintain optimum level of reverberation time. So if the reverberation time is too small, it gives the hall a dead effect. So if the value is very small than the optimum level, so the sound waves do not reach all the regions of the hall, so that there can be a silence in the hall which is nothing but the dead effect. So it should be avoided. Similarly, if the reverberation time is too long, it will lead to more confusion due to mixing of different styles. So reverberation is nothing but multiple reflections from various surfaces present inside a hall. So these reflections are made from a ceiling, floor, walls, furniture, any kind of other equipment present inside the hall. So whenever sound waves strike all those, they come back. They come back to the listener, and all those can be heard by the listeners. So due to different sound waves, so they may interfere with each other, and due to this mixing process, so the listener is going to confuse what's actually going on inside the hall. So that is why it is necessary to maintain reverberation time within the limits. It should not be not very much small, and it should not be too much long. So here we have various ranges of reverberation time which is to be maintained in order to have a better sound quality. So In the first table, so we have the quality of sound based on the reverberation time. So if the reverberation time is from 0.5 to 1.5, so the acoustic effect is excellent. That means the person, the audience who are sitting inside a hall can listen very effectively what's going on inside the hall. So if the range is from 1.5 to 2.0, so it is good. That means he can manage to hear what's happening inside. So if it is from 2.3 to 3.0, satisfactory. So the person is saying something, so he is able to something. Not up to the mark. So satisfactory in the sense, so it is not the best quality of sound that is delivered to the person. So if the range is from 3.5 to 3.0 to 5.0, the quality is bad. So that means the person cannot understand what's happening inside the hall. So if the range is from 0% or above the 5%, 5, then it is very bad. So there is lot of confusion. So the person who is sitting inside the conference hall or a music concert or in the theater is unable to hear anything. So in such case, the acoustic effect is very, very poor. And the second table tells us the optimum reverberation time to be maintained in different. So if a conference is going on inside a hall, so then the optimum reverberation time to be maintained is 1.0 to 1.5. So this range should not exceed or should not go below that. And another means if it is theater, so then the time to be maintained, reverberation time to be maintained is 1.2 to 1.3. So if the theater management can maintain this optimum level, so then the audience can hear everything that is coming from the movie. So if it is music concert hall, the range to be maintained is 1.5 to 2.0. So if it is church, so here ideas are shared as well as the choir of singers are going to perform their music. So that is why the optimum time, reverberation time to be maintained inside the church is 1.8 to 3.0. And here at the right side we have another table which describes the absorption coefficients of different materials. Since most of the parameters can be answered, that means most of the parameters can be controlled by furnishing different types of absorptive materials. So it is necessary to know what is different materials absorption coefficients and what is the ability of absorbing sound waves by them. So which is helpful in maintaining better reverberation time. So if any room consists of these kind of materials, they will have the following absorption capacities. So if glass is present inside the hall, so it will have the absorption coefficient 0.02. So marbles, so generally these are used as tiles on the floor. So these have the absorption coefficient in the range of 0.01. And wooden floor, so it contains 0.06 to 0.08. And carpets 0.15 to 0.30. Cushions, nothing but the curtains, so 0.15 to 0.18. So brick wall, so 0.03. So if all these things are present inside a hall or auditorium, so they will have the absorption capacities within these ranges. So most of the auditoriums and lecture halls and concert rooms so are decorated with different types of carpets and different types of curtains. So because they have high absorbing capacity, so they can absorb most amount of the sound waves, which is helpful in maintaining better quality of sound. So here are the remedies which we need to take to maintain optimum level of reverberation time are as like follows. So first thing is by providing windows and openings, because known that windows act as ideal absorbers. So if the hall contains windows are opening, so some amount of the sound waves can go outside, so which is helpful in maintaining better reverberation time and by having full capacity of audience in the hall or room. So if the room contains full range of audience, so since the reverberation time depends upon the size of the hall, so if the size of the hall is very full with the audience, so then there is no any kind of multiple reflections happen. So most of the times reverberation time can be controlled with the help of full range capacity of the audience and by using heavy curtains with folds. Since these curtains have more absorbing capacity, so by providing the hall with many number of curtains, so reverberation time can be kept in control. So by decorating the walls with beautiful pictures as maps and etc. Same thing here. So these are helpful in regular reflections. So if the regular reflections are by the listeners, so this will give them better feeling. So that is why if the walls are decorated with beautiful pictures and maps, so these help in regular reflections of sound waves. By covering floor with carpets, so since carpets have high absorbing capacity, they are able to absorb most amount of the sound waves and stop unwanted reflections. So whenever unwanted reflections are controlled, so it is easy to maintain optimum reverberation time. So by covering the ceiling and walls with good sound absorbing materials like felt, fiber, board, etc. So here, whenever the ceiling is designed properly, so nowadays interior ceiling design is gaining momentum. So here we are going to create ceiling. So here the ceiling is decorated with some sound absorbent materials like plaster of Paris. So these are helpful in providing good acoustics effect. So they are going to enhance the sounds which are required for the audience and they are going to reduce the amount of noise present in the inside a hall. So that is why by covering the ceilings and walls with good sound absorbing materials which have very light in weight and mostly these are of like fibrous structures, so we can control the reverberation time. Another quantity is loudness. So loudness is related to the intensity. So it is necessary to maintain uniform distribution of loudness inside a hall or room. So which is very important factor for satisfactory hearing. So if the loudness is too high, persons who are sitting inside hall may feel uncomfortable and it may damage their ears. So that is why uniform means it is necessary to maintain same amount of volume inside the hall. And sometimes the loudness may get reduced due to excess of sound absorbing materials or lack of reflecting surfaces in a hall or room. So if we decorate the walls and ceiling and the other surfaces with more absorbing materials, so most of the sound waves are absorbed by them, so it may reduce the amount of loudness. Similarly, if there are no reflecting surfaces like walls which are not decorated with curtains, so then that time also loudness cannot be maintained same. So it is have balance between absorbing materials as well as reflecting surfaces present inside a hall. So whenever this parameter is met, then it is possible to maintain uniform distribution of loudness. That means it is possible to maintain same volume inside a hall. So in order to control this, in order to maintain same distribution of loudness, the following remedies are used. So if the loudness of sound is not adequate, so if it is not up to the mark, the loudness can be increased by adopting the following methods. So by using suitable absorbents at place where the noise is high. So if the loudness is more, if the noise is too high, so then there we have to arrange the absorbent materials. constructing low ceiling for the reflection of sound towards the listener. So if the loudness is not proper, okay, so if it is very low, so then it is necessary to change some parameters regarding ceiling. Here it is necessary to maintain false ceiling. So where the regular reflection happens due to the ceiling is directed towards the listener. And another thing is by using large sounding boards behind the speaker and facing the audience. So if the loudness is too small, so we can increase this by keeping large amount of metallic boards so that are kept behind the speakers. So whenever the volume, the sound waves that are generated from the speaker strike that board, they undergo regular reflection and they travel towards the audience, so that the loudness can be increased. And another parameter is by using public address system like loudspeakers. So public address system means we can of loudspeakers at different places. So whenever particular event has been taking place, so we have mostly observed that many loudspeakers are kept at different places. So in order to provide necessary amount of loudness, so it is necessary to keep loudspeakers at different places. So it is helpful in maintaining same distribution of sound at different places. So another effect is focusing and interference effects. So here focusing means sound waves only at particular point and remaining places will not get the adequate sound. So the presence of any concave surface or any other curved surface in the hall or room may make the sound to be concentrated at this point. As a result, the sound may not be heard at all other regions. So if you look at this diagram, so this is concave surface. So concave surface is going to focus all the waves at one particular point known as foci. So if all the waves are concentrated at one particular position, the other areas of the hall may not hear the sound. So this is the problem with the concave surfaces if they are present inside a hall. So the other places of hall will not get any sound. So it gives the dead effect to the hall. These regions are referred as dead space. So hence such surfaces must be avoided. So the main thing is we should select the hall where the concave surfaces should not be present. So if they are present, they should be covered with particular absorbing material. In addition to focusing, there should not be any interference of direct and reflected waves. So since if it happens, so we know that the sound which is generated from the person or any kind of instrument is directly delivered to the listener. Similarly, these sound waves are incident on different surfaces and they come back and they are also listened by the audience. So due to these direct and reflected waves, so the interference may take place. So whenever it is constructive interference, the intensity of the sound is increased. So whenever it is destructive interference, so then the intensity of the sound waves can be decreased. That means the problem of uniform distribution for loudness. So it should be avoided. So the remedy is we need to avoid concave surfaces that are present inside the hall. And another one is they should not be they should be covered with any suitable sound absorbing material. So here false ceiling help us to cover such kind of surfaces that are present at the ceiling, or else if they are present on the hulls, so we are going to furnish different types of curtains with folds, so which are able to absorb the different reflected waves that reflect from different surfaces. So echo. So generally echo is nothing but reflected sound. So here an echo is heard due to the reflection of sound from a distant sound reflecting object. So if the reflecting the sound, whenever it is generated, so it will strike some surface that is nothing but the barrier, and it will come back again. This is nothing but the echo. So whenever such kind of reflection happens, echoes will occur. So if the time travels between the direct sound and reflected sound is less than 0.066, the reflected sound is helpful in increasing the loudness. So these echoes are helpful sometimes whenever the time gap between direct sound, that is nothing but the generated sound from the sound source, and the reflected sound which is coming back again after some time. So these, if there is a time gap only 0.06 and 6, helpful in increasing the loudness. Otherwise, if the reflected sound reaches the person after this time, so if there is much time gap between direct sound and reflected sound, so these kind of echoes will create confusion among the listeners. So these kind of echoes should be avoided. So this kind of echoes can be avoided by covering long distance wall and ceilings with suitable sound absorbing materials. So the same thing can be done. So if there is a long gap between source of sound and the surface, so then such kind of long walls, okay, long distance walls should be covered with proper absorbing materials. So Echelon effect. So it refers to the generation of new separate sound due to multiple echoes. So when we have multiple reflections from various surfaces, then it is nothing but multiple echoes. So these reflected sound waves from regularly spaced reflecting surfaces, such as equally spaced staircase, produces musical note due to regular succession of echoes of the original sound to the listener. Various reflected sound waves, so that are occurring from various objects, okay, so are incident on some regularly spaced staircases. If any hall will have equal width of staircase, so then these reflected waves incident on them, and they are going to mix together, and these are going to produce one kind of periodical music note. So this is mixed up with the original sound, and there can be a confusion. So this will happen due to multiple echoes that are going to mix up together and combined with the original sound. So which will create a lot of disturbance and lot of confusion. So whatever is destined, whatever the all is meant for is going to be disturbed by this echelon effect. So that is why it is necessary to avoid this kind of unnecessary noise. So remedy is, it can be avoided by forming the staircases with unusual spacing between them and covering them with sound absorbing materials like carpet. So whenever this kind of problem occurs, so we can cover that staircase with the help of absorbing materials like carpet. So that is why you might have seen many events where the carpets are furnished. So carpets are helpful in absorbing unnecessary noise and unwanted reflections from sound waves. So this is how we are going to reduce echelon effect. So coming to the another factor, that is nothing but the resonance. So resonance occurs whenever there is matching of the frequencies. So sometimes there can be a chance of window fans and wooden portions that are fitted to the windows are loosely packed, okay, loosely fitted. So then they might start vibrating whenever they absorb sound produced in the hall. So due to these vibrations, so they may create another kind of sound. So certain tones of original music and the created sound combine to produce interference such that the original gets disturbed. So here, due to the creation of that unwanted sounds which are generated from the loosely fitted wooden portions or doors, combine with the original music or original sound, and due to the interference process, they will create new disturbances. So this kind of loosely fitted wooden portions should be strictly avoided in order to receive better quality of sound. So remedies, we are going to suppress this by hanging a large number of curtains in the hall. So whenever the kind of loosely fitted wooden portions are found inside a hall, so those must be covered with curtains. Effect is noise. So noise is of three types. So generally noise is nothing but the unwanted sound, which is very unpleasant to hear. So this will mask off the satisfactory hearing of speech or music. So whenever noise interferes with the speech or music, so what is can be gone very disturbed. So that is why it is necessary to reduce the noise. So the hall or room should be properly insulated from external and internal noise. So the noise can be external, which is coming from the outside environment, or this noise can be internal noise, which is generated within the hall itself. We have three types of noises. So those are airborne noise, structure-borne noise, and inside noise. So airborne noise is nothing but the noise which is coming from the outside of the hall, and through the air it will enter the room. And structure-borne noise means it is the noise generated by the equipment present inside the hall, like air conditioners, fans, any kind of other machinery. So inside noise is also similar. So this is also happens due to the presence of audience inside the room, and due to the movement of people and any other kind of additional noise. So the noise that enters the hall from outside through open windows, doors and ventilators is generally enter the hall through open windows and doors. So remedies are, the building should be located on the quiet sites away from heavy traffic, markets, railway stations, airports and factories. So the place where the event is taking place should be located in the quiet places. So they should not present beside of any kind of heavy traffic places such as railway stations, airports and factories. So our event hall should not present beside of them. It should be selected far from them to avoid unnecessary noise. And another thing is, they may be shaded from noise by growing trees and gardens around them. So if we grow trees and gardens around the hall, so where a particular event like music concert or lecture is taking place, so these trees and gardens helpful in absorbing different kinds of noises. So they will stop that unnecessary noise to enter the room. So the hall or room can be made air conditioned. So by closing the open windows, so we can stop the additional noise that is entering the hall. So and we can create, we can maintain air conditioning, suppress the heat generated from the absorbing materials. So it is also one of the remedies we can take to suppress noise. So noise is structure-borne noise. Noise which is conveyed through the structure of the building is called structure-borne noise. So the structural vibration may occur due to street traffic, operation of heavy machines, etc. So whenever this kind of problems occur, so if the hall is located beside any heavy traffic place like railway stations, airports, okay, if this hall is located beside factories, so due to operation of such machines, so these machines set the building in vibrations. So due to this vibrations, the additional noise is generated inside the hall. So this kind of noise is nothing but the structure-borne noise. So we can eliminate the structure-borne noise by using double walls with air space in between them. So we can construct two walls for the building, so with some air gap between them. or by using anti-vibration mounts. So anti-vibration mounts help the building that will not set them in vibrations. So these give strength to the building such that they will stop vibrations that are caused by the unwanted noise. So by properly insulating the equipment such as refrigerators, lifts, fans and etc. So these also may generate additional noise if they are not functioning properly. So if they are covered with the proper equipment, so which absorb the extra vibrations generated from them, then we can control the structure board noise by using carpets on the floor. So this we have discussed already. So carpets can absorb most amount of the unwanted reflections. So with the help of carpets, we can reduce structure board noise. And finally, noise produced inside big halls or offices due to equipment such as air conditioners, typewriters and fans is called inside noise. This noise may also be created due to the movement of people. So if we can use the equipment which are working at their best, so then we can reduce the inside noise. So the remedies are placing the machinery on sound absorbent wires. So if they are covered with proper absorbing material, so we can easily control the vibrations that are generated from these kind of equipment. Similarly, if we use noise-free air conditioners, so the vibrations, the extra vibrations that are occurring from air conditioning units can be eliminated. And covering the floor with carpets, walls, ceilings with sound absorbing materials will also be helpful. So if you use fans and other kind of equipment, so which make less noise, so we can avoid the inside noise. And similarly, by covering the floor and walls with this absorbing materials, we can avoid the inside noise. And one more thing is, if the audience do not discuss among themselves, so then also inside noise can be reduced. So all these are the factors so that affect the sound quality. So if we can follow these remedies, so we can easily suppress the unwanted noises and we can maintain the optimum environment so where the listener can get good quality of sound.